Okay, so now that we have all our functions, let's now write the main function. That's the function that would run our AI agents. Let's run question agents. And this is going to handle the documents. Okay, so it's going to read the documents, and if no document is found, it's going to say if no text document is found, it's going to say no text documents found. Please add the text document to the folder. And it's going to return that. Okay, sorry, before then I would want to print some instructions like welcome to the AI questionnaire agent. Now to print reading documents from the documents folder, just so that the user knows that we're actually doing something. Now after it checks the document, the next thing that we want it to do is to process those documents. So we can see for file name context in documents.items, and this is just to make the terminal just to make it more interactive. You would be seeing this in this. Then after this, we want to generate the question. So we see questions equals to self dot generate question, and we want to pass the content. We say if not questions, print could not generate questions for the file. That's for the file name, and then you continue. And then in addition to what we want to do, we also want to keep a score count, of the user, of the user. So we say correct answer equals to 0, and it would be incremented because we only want only the correct answers to be stored. Okay, so what this does is that we are going to print out the number of questions with a progressive indicator, like question 2/4 if the AI agent decides to ask 4 questions based on the length of the document, and then each time we answer, that indicator increases. So if we are answering the second question, is going to do 2/4 for us to know that, oh, this is the second question out of 4. So the next part is for us to enter an answer each time a question is displayed, and if we do not if we do not add anything on the terminal, it's going to say, oh, skipping the question. Okay, and then the next thing is for the evaluation and the providing of feedback. So it's going to take our response, that is going to take our reply, and it's going to give us a feedback based on the reply. Okay, so after it gives us a feedback, the next thing that it's going to do is it's going to increase this correct count, and it's only going to do that if we get an answer correct. It's not going to do that if we get an answer partially correct or incorrect. That would just make the whole this thing much more strict and much fun, in my opinion. And then we now say else if the AI think that the answer, like if the AI's feedback says partially correct, partially correct, we need to print partial credits score doesn't count towards the final score. And then after this, we want to give a summary, like tell the user this is how many questions you got correct out of this number of questions, and this is your score in percentage. And then after that, we are going to print the score saying that you got X out of Y questions correct. Note only the fully correct answers are counted in the score, and this to just make the terminal more interactive. Then after this, we would add this to run our agent. So we'll say agent equals to questionnaire agent. We'll call the questionnaire agents class, and we say agent.run question agents, and this should handle us running our question agent. So let's test this agent out.